To the interiors, a great thumbs up. To the handling, very great. But performance wise, the acceleration is good, but it is lagging in the third gear and in the RPM range of 1300 to 2000, so that they should improve. But other, all the features, all the comfort and everything in this car is very perfectly placed. Hey guys, welcome back to Obsessive Car Desires, and as always I hope all is good. So today we have with us the Tata Altroz and we are going to review this car. But before that, those who have not subscribed, please quickly subscribe and press the bell icon to get the latest updates. Also follow our Instagram page to never ever miss any update. So let's start with the review. Before starting with the review, let me show you the key of this car. So there are three buttons, one for locking and the other for the unlocking, and in the middle there is a button given for the guiding light, so you can switch on the headlights from here when you're approaching the car at night. So this feature has been added in this car, which is generally not available in the segment. The Tata logo has been placed on a piano black finish surface, and the grid design of the grille is very fresh. It looks very nice on this car. And if you check, there is a chrome strip which is flowing throughout the grille at the bottom, and the top surface has been given in piano black finish. So this black element gives the car a very nice look. It gives a punchy look, and below there is a space given for the natural air cooling of the radiator. And now moving towards the headlamps, the design of the headlamp is very catchy, and there are three chambers given, one for the side indicator, the other for the upper beam, and the third one is for the lower beam. And as this is a basic variant, halogen setup has been provided, and you also get to see the chrome and the piano black finish element in this light as well. So just check the design, it looks very catchy, and both the elements get merged here, so it gives the car a very nice look. Now this is the fog lamp setup. So the fog lamps are not provided below, and you get the fog lamps in the top end variant. So this is the front design of the car. This color has been newly introduced, and the color is High Street Gold, and it really suits the car. Now there are two air passages for increasing the efficiency. And now this is the Revertron engine, which is 1.2 liters, and there are 3 cylinders, which is producing max power of 86 kilowatt at 6000 rpm and max torque of 113 newton meter at 3300 rpm. So in terms of power, this car is heavily loaded, and there is an insulation provided as well from the inside. And the build quality provided by Tata is as good as always. And now moving towards the side profile, you can check the side view of the front. And now moving towards the tires, these are 165/80 R14, that means these are 14-inch wheels with steel rim, because this is the basic variant, which is XE, and it comes with a hubcap having a Tata logo on it. The turning radius is 5 meters, and the suspensions at the front are independent McPherson dual path strut with coil spring, which gives good comfort. Now this is the side indicator, which is positioned uniquely, and this position of the turn indicator is constant in all the variants. So this is the ORVM with a black piano finish. This button like thing is popping out, but first I thought it was a camera, but that is not the case. It is not functional. One thing I have observed here is there are a lot of black elements given, which enhances the car's look, and there is a quarter glass given for better visibility. And now this is the side profile. The side profile is simple in design. The B and the C pillar are given in black matte finish, and the ground clearance is 165 mm, which is good for the segment, and the length of the car is 3990 mm. Also the wheelbase of this car is 2500 mm. Now let's get closer. So there is a piano black finish element given here. The B pillar is given in matte black, and this is the handle along with the C pillar. There is no handle provided at the standard position, and there is no reference sensor, as well as this is a key operated vehicle, so you can open it with the key. There is no key fob actually provided here for this model. And now let's move on to the rear profile of this car. So the rear profile looks a little bit shorter, as the roof is descending at the rear, so it is little bit shorter. Now let's get closer. So there is the antenna is positioned at the front. This is the center stop lamp, and there is no spoiler as such given, but there are two deflectors on both the ends for channelizing the air. And here you have the center stop lamp, and this is the rear window with a black tint. So it is getting connected with this black panel where the Tata logo is positioned at the center, and below it there is Ultros badging. Now coming towards the tail lamps, the tail lamps are given a smoky look to get the continuation with the black panel. Now if you check the design of this tail lamp, it stands out when compared with other vehicles of this segment, and it is very fresh. Now there are three chambers, one for the reverse parking light, the other is for the brake light, and below it there is the indicator, and all other elements have been given in black tone to get the continuation of the panel. As I said before, below it on the bumper there are these reverse parking sensors, and here there are illuminators which has been embedded in the black plastic element, and the rear fog lamp space at the center. For your information, there are 2,10,981 Nexon sold across all three variants in the country till now. And now let's move on to the boot. So there is a reference sensor given here to open the boot, and now this is the boot space, which is 345 liters, one of the biggest boot in the segment, but it is not the first definitely. But the boot looks very organized, and another benefit is you will take less efforts to lift the bag and put it inside because of the lower height. And now let's open this space. So there is a spare tire which is of size 165/80 R14. So it is the same wheel which has been provided for all the four tires, and this is standard for all the models, and the toolkit has been provided inside the tire in a very organized way. By the way, for this variant the rear seat is a bench, so entire seat gets folded, there is no split, and these two are the suspension mounts for the rear suspensions. This is given for the parcel tray, but unfortunately for this variant the parcel tray is not provided. You can buy it as an accessory. The rear suspensions are twist beam with coil spring and shock absorber. Here there is a petrol lid with 37 liters of fuel tank capacity. Oh, again I have missed it. So the handle is provided here, and by pressing it the door gets opened. There are a couple of cars where we have seen this design, but yes, this is the first car of Tata having this design of the handle. And now guys, just look at the angle of opening of this door. It is fantabulous. The door is opening at an angle of almost 90 degrees, and this is one of the cars where we get this feature, so getting inside will not be an issue anymore. And now we have this door handle with black element along with a tweeter, and this is a lever given for operating the windows manually. Now this is the handle which is very sturdy. Here there is a space for 1 liter bottle and a speaker as well. So now this is the interior, where the seat covers are aftermarket, so you will not get the seat covers along with this car and this model. And I am not very fond of this tan interior, but for this car I have liked these tan seats. So anyways, we have come inside and you can check the legroom, which is quite good. This front seat has been adjusted to my height, which is 5'8", and then also there is a lot of space. Also you can check the headroom. So I was thinking that the headroom would be less, but from inside it is good. There is a center tunnel with a little height, but so the person sitting in the middle will not face much difficulties. This is the other side handle, and the window size is also good. Lot of light is coming inside. This is the view of the rear from inside. There is no center armrest given for this variant. In the upper variants you get it, and the headrests are also not adjustable. The interior is in dual tone, so some parts are in beige and some parts are in grey. Here there is a little pocket provided, but there is no space for charger. And this is the dashboard of the Ultros. It is very sporty and the design is newly launched. So now let's move out and get inside from the front. Now this is the front door, and it opens similar to the rear door. You can see it from this view. It looks as if it opens more than 90 degrees, but it actually opens at 90 degrees. And the ingress and the egress will be not a problem for a hefty person also. And here there are some buttons for window operation, and this is a speaker, and there is a 1 liter bottle space given. Now coming to the seats, there is no height adjuster for this variant, so you cannot move the seat vertically. This lever is for operating the reclination, this for the fuel lid, and this one is for opening the bonnet. So now we will quickly get in and start the car as it is hot outside. Now talking about the steering, this is a 3-spoke flat bottom steering, and the grip is also very good. The horn is extended till here. This is the horn. In the higher versions, these blank spaces are replaced with steering mounted controls. This steering is very light, and the response time is also very good, and you get good grip on this steering. So on the left hand side there are controls for wipers, and on the right hand side there are controls for the indicators and the headlights. The wipers are quick and they clean the area very quickly and very efficiently. And now let's move on to the instrument cluster. So the instrument cluster consists of two big dials. The left one is for the RPM meter, which is also called as tachometer, and the right one is for the speedometer, so which shows the speed. In the center there is a MID screen which shows you the odometer, the fuel meter. I think it is not visible from here, so let's take a closer look. There is a clock provided, also there is a range meter, and at the bottom there is the engine temperature meter as well. So you can serve the options with the help of these two levers at the bottom. Below there is a lever for adjusting the height of the steering wheel. So in the basic model also they have provided this feature, so this is a good thing. And now moving towards the infotainment system, here you can see a system with monochromatic display. So there are not much features in this, as this is the basic display they provide with the car. But from the XM variant you get a 7-inch display with Harman Kardon speakers. Now these are the air vents and hazard light. These are the controls for operating the music system. From here you can change the volume, and the other knob is for tuning the FM, or you can change the song from here. A very simple kind of music system has been provided for this car, and specifically for this variant. These are the controls for operating the air conditioning, so you can change the fan speed and the temperature as well. Now below there is USB slot and a 3.5mm jack. There is no power socket given here. This is a space given for keeping your wallet or a mobile. So this is the 5-speed gearbox, and the gears are very smooth to operate. The grip provided is sufficient, and this is the 12-volt power socket provided, so it is very convenient to charge from here instead of in the center panel. And here are two modes given, so you can change it from here. There is a eco mode and a city mode, so you will get more mileage in the eco mode. Here there is a flat space with a slot, so you can keep your coins or small stuff here. This is the handbrake, and there is a dedicated space for keeping a small bottle. So now this is the IRVM and the cabin light. There is no manual dimming option given for this IRVM. Now this is the sun visor with no mirror at the back, so this is the standard sun visor. There is a ticket holder provided at the driver's seat sun visor. And now talking about the dashboard, this dashboard comes with a dual tone finish, and I personally liked it. It is very appealing, and this is the glow box, which is quite big when compared with the other cars in the same segment. And yes, there is a provision made for the cup holders as well, so that is very great of the design. And guys, just look at the depth of this glow box. I think my entire hand can go in, and then too we can close the lid of this glow box. So when you buy a Tata car, these things really impress you. Now talking about the cushions, one thing which I missed is the lumbar support. It should have been given. Last but not the least, talking about the safety, this car has achieved 5 stars in the NCAP rating, and you get 2 airbags across all the variants for this car. So guys, that's all from my side. Let's meet again with a new video. Till then, Those who have not subscribed, please quickly subscribe and press the bell icon to get the latest updates. Also, those who want to feature their car in my video, please let me know in the comment section, or you can DM me on my Instagram, or you can email to us. So guys, generally when I review a new car, I give ratings according to the criteria. So here is what I feel. So till then, stay tuned, stay safe, and as always, drive safe. Tada!